everybody, Girsgirly is my name and gaming is my thing. And if you've seen my previous two videos, then you know all about what I'm going to talk about today. If you have not, I believe they are called Octavius and Octavius Full Video. It's been a few days since I posted those and I've not been in the right mind. So, like I said, if you have seen those videos, then you've seen pretty much everything that I have left. I have not been handling this well, and I don't know if I ever will. So for those of you who don't know what happened on August 24th, 23rd. Give me a second. I don't even know what today is. It's been a long week for me. So there we go. On August 24th of this year, a friend and I were driving down the road from McKinsey to Paris, which is about a 30 minute drive, after I had just gotten a brand new tattoo. It was 9:30 at night, and we had seen a bunch of fire trucks and ambulances in McKinsey all day, so we weren't that surprised when we left the tattoo shop and there was smoke everywhere. We rolled up the windows in my truck, in my Trailblazer, and we drove home. We were almost home when my friend started coughing and was like, "Hey, there's a lot of smoke in here. Can you roll the window down? I can't breathe." And me thinking that it had come in through the AC system, was like, yeah. And I started to roll down the back two windows when she screamed, "There's a fire in the car." And I looked over to ask what she meant, and the flames were just all over the passenger side. She screamed, "Pull over, it's in the car." So I was in the furthest left lane and was transferring over to the right lane to get on the shoulder, because it's a 4-lane road. And she jumps out. We had been previously doing about 70 miles an hour. I slowed down to about 25, 30 miles an hour, and I was on the shoulder of the road trying to get the car to stop, and she jumped out. And just fully jumped out. And I thought I had run her over, and I wasn't thinking. So, without completely stopping him, I put him completely in park, pulled the e-brake, and shut the key off. Now, as soon as he came to a stop, and you're wondering why I'm calling him he, his name was Octavius. My car's name was Octavius. He was a 2005 Chevy Trailblazer. And his name was Octavius. And I finally got him to stop, and I jumped out, made sure that she was okay, and threw open the back door. I was like, I can fix this. I can put the fire out, and everything will be okay. Now, at this point in time, I don't have a shirt on because I had just gotten a back tattoo, and I took my shirt off so that it could breathe a little bit, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting blood all over my t-shirt, because, that's what I was worried about then before the car burst into flames. By the time that I got to the back door and opened it, the whole back seat was in flames. And I lost my mind. I didn't know what to do. I started screaming and crying, "Somebody help us. He's on fire." And thankfully my friend was on the phone with 911, and I'm calling my mom. I'm calling her and I'm screaming, "Mom, my car is on fire. I don't know what to do. You've got to help me." And of course, when you receive a call like that, you're not expecting a blaze. You're expecting maybe a small engine fire, but that's not what it was. My whole car was just in flames. And I'm gonna tear up talking about it, which is great because I had a breakdown about it yesterday. But the whole car was just in flames. And I don't know about you guys, but I tend to form a personal attachment to inanimate objects. It's just part of me. Like, Benji, whenever I got hit by that semi, I cried over him, but I was okay. I recovered after a few days, but I got to say goodbye to him. There was nothing left to say goodbye to with Octavius. When Octavius caught fire, I tried to get back in because my only thought at that time was Hope is safe. Hope is my friend. She's safe. And if my car is going down, I'm going down with him. I'm going down with Octavius. She grabbed me and dragged me away, and all I could do was just hit the ground because I didn't want to go. It's 9:30 at night, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, "You have to let me go. He's on fire. He's my baby." And this woman pulled up and seen that the car was on fire, so she helped Hope literally drag me into her car so that she could pull us as far away from the fire as she could get us. And of course I'm screaming the whole time, "You can't do this. He's my baby. He's on fire. I've got to do something." But there was nothing that I could physically do. He was just engulfed. There was nothing left of this car except for a burnt shell and some pieces that I managed to scrape up off the road, which I have over here because I cannot find it in my heart to get rid of the only things I could save from that car. But as the days go on, I realize how much I actually lost in that fire. I didn't just lose Octavius, I lost everything inside of him, including my wallet, my driver's license, social security card, all my credit cards, my debit cards, things like that can be replaced. But I also lost the very last thing my dad ever gave me before he died, which was a pair of roller skates for my 15th birthday. They were sitting in the back seat because I like to go skating, so I lost those. And his dad, the one that I got the Reptar tattoo for, because he shot himself in 2019, I believe. It was 2019 or 2020. It's really hard to put a date on all of these things whenever you're not in the right mental state. But, he gave me a toolbox, and the tools were in the back seat, and there was nothing left of any of those. And of course, I can't replace that stuff. There's things that I can replace, like my Gur jacket that was in there. They don't make it anymore, but I can get a new one. I can get a different one. I can replace my school textbooks that were in the car. I can replace my decals and the car. But I can't replace certain items that were in it. And, that night is really kind of a blur to me. All I can see is I can see him on fire just in front of me, and I can hear myself screaming, and I can hear my heart pounding, and I'm just screaming, "You can't do this. He's my baby. He needs me." And of course, I've called my mom, and my mom has called both of my sisters to come out, and everybody's looking for us because I don't know where we're at. I'm so lost that I don't know what road I'm on. I can't think. And Hope is calling the girl who had just finished my tattoo because she and one of my sisters are friends. And so she drives like twice the speed limit. We're not even going to talk about how fast she drove to get to us, but she was the first person on scene before even the cops and the firefighters, and had to hold me back with Hope as I tried to get back in the car. I didn't care about my safety. I wanted to go down with him. And I know that sounds really stupid to you guys, but in my mind, he was my friend. He was my baby, and I wanted to burn with that car. And everybody finally gets out there, and they're obviously, after they finally get the fire out, there's nothing left. And everybody's trying to make me laugh, trying to make me calm down. I'm covered in ash and soot. I'm standing in the middle of a highway with just a pair of shorts on and a bra and my shoes, and we're all covered in ash and soot because it was a fire. And I can't remember anything that anybody said that night, other than my mom said that I was going home with her. And it was just awful. And I hear people talking about how their houses catch on fire and they lose everything, and I feel for them. Like my cousin a couple years ago, her house caught on fire and they lost everything, and I feel for them, but you just don't understand until something like your house or your car catches on fire and you just lose everything. And people tell you that you're overreacting, but you're not. You don't realize how traumatizing that is, how it impacts you mentally and physically until it happens to you, which I hope to God it never happens to any of you guys. I really do. I really hope that it never ever happens to any of you guys, because it is awful, and if it has happened to you, I am so sorry. Because there's no way to prepare for this. You don't think something like that can happen to you. There are things that I lost in that fire that I don't even realize I've lost yet, and I'm slowly remembering everything that was in my car, like my skates and the tools and my Five Nights at Freddy's books, and I had my whole Transformer movie collection in there. I had some limited edition Transformers comic books in there that I was taking to get appraised, and I had a leather jacket in there that my brother had given me, and like my Gur jacket, and there was a blanket in there that I really loved. There was so much stuff in there, and you don't realize how much you lose until you finally start coming down, and you're like, well, okay, now all of this is gone, and what am I supposed to do? But I don't know. It seems like every other day I'm sitting down and any little thing just sparks it, and I'm like, all I can see is that fire. All I can think about is wanting to go back into that car and burn with him because he was my friend. All I can think about is, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe he actually caught fire and he's just gone. I have that bag of stuff here that I am going to show to you guys. Some of them, there are pictures of things that I have posted that you guys are going to get to see again at the end of this video. So if you can't see everything, just don't worry about it. This was my stepdad's bat. It was sitting in the back seat. I kept it in my car because I got mugged in Nashville a couple years ago while I was at AnimeCon. And I kept it in my car, and of course he doesn't want it back now. I can't understand why. And my license plate that I've had since my very first car, you can see how hot the fire got. There's a chunk of what was left of my car stuck to it. And there's no numbers on it anymore. It's just black. And like, oh my gosh. Oh, there's so much ash all over my desk now. There was absolutely nothing left of my wallet. Hope lost her keys and some other things in there. Thankfully, it wasn't too much. Thankfully, it was things she could get fixed or replaced. This is what's left of my Gur jacket, by the way. It doesn't open. It's just a big ball of melted whatever material it was made of. And a couple highlighters that were in my bag and just melted, and I had just bought those that day. So there's those things, and then there's of course the dirty fingers. Give me a second. I don't want to start touching things with black fingers. Leave that stuff all over everything. And then there's these things that I put on every car. Sort of. I put the Autobot symbol on every car over the gas tank so that I can remind myself which side it's on. And they are metal. And they look like this. Usually this is the one from Benji. They found the one from Octavius. And this is what it looks like now. This is all that's left. So you got just this melted mass of Autobot symbol. And this is what it should look like. So, but I've also got, it said Transformers at one time. Now it just says Trans with a little melted Autobot symbol. And I had one on each side of the car, and this is of course the only one I found. Everything from the passenger side of the car was just melted. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this is, but when they finally got the fire out, one of the firefighters handed it to me. So I keep it all. I have this little baggie here that is labeled Octavius. Not that I could ever forget. But I did it like that because I have Benji's labeled. And I thought it was fair that I label both of them. Black hands again. Give me a second. And now all I can think of is what are you supposed to do when the pyromaniac's car bursts into flames and they can't save it? They have determined that an electrical fire started when I rolled down the back window. It probably started when I rolled it up, and then when I rolled it down, it got more air to it, and it sparked and caught a speaker on fire. And when I rolled the window back down, it just sent the whole car into flames. So it's an accident. They're not ruling it my fault. And the towing company called me, and after some conversation, told me that they crushed it. They crushed what was left of him. And I never really got to say goodbye because there was nothing left. There was just a shell. And they crushed what was left of him. And let me know that I didn't have to pay a towing fee. Which was nice, I guess. One less thing I have to pay for right now, right? And, so yeah. In like 2 seconds, everything was just gone. There was nothing left. And there was nothing that I could do about it. I wanted to go with him and nobody would let me. And I know you're thinking, oh, that's stupid, it's just a car. Well, he fucking wasn't. Not to me. He was more than just a car. He was Octavius. And, I lost a lot in that fire. And of course, Hope did too. She lost everything in her purse, and, her keys, and her vape. I lost my vape, and I can't even look at fire now without freaking out. And I find myself staring off into the distance, and whenever I come back to myself, I'm just sobbing. Hope let me borrow this. Her boyfriend had an extra, so... At least there's that, right? I'm going to, show you guys just one more time all the footage and the pictures, the videos from that fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and show those to you guys now.
Okay, so I'm recording this. I'm not taking pictures because I need to be able to see with the light. But this is the car. Oh.
Star, get your fucking car. Jerry, there's no longer any spring bottles in the back seat. Can't be mad at the kids anymore.
This is the inside of the car. It is completely gone.
That was a can of no.
Jerry, there's a fork in your floorboard and it survived.
Jerry, you're trending on Facebook.
There's...
That's not funny. Hey, it's Ryan. I'm sorry, I thought it was.
Okay.
You okay? No, wait, no.
Yeah. I mean, they say they think it was an electrical fire. They're not sure, but they were able to get it out, but it's completely trashed. It's completely gone. I ain't even tires left on it.
I saved a couple pieces of the car.
Wait, if they were blowing it this way, it might be over here, Jerry.
Wait. Here, hold what's left of my Gert.
At the site, and here's a ball that managed to escape my car. And it was up here. I know that was in the back seat. I'd seen it the other day. But I left the van back there so that I wouldn't get too close with it and run over the glass. Plus, I couldn't remember where it happened, so. One of my tire caps. Look, another one. My homework. Wait, that's not mine. That one's metal. My homework, what was left of it. Pieces of my truck, there's still some metal in here. There's another tire cap. That one's actually mine. I know, because it's plastic and it burnt. Pretty sure that's another one. That other one I found a minute ago apparently wasn't mine. There's all that's left of the color of my car. They come out here and scraped it up pretty good. There's nothing left. I just thought I'd come out here and find the pieces that I could find and take them home with me. There's what's left of a pen. And what's left of my jacket. There's some windshield wiper. Another pen. Hope's change that was melted into the fucking pavement. I don't even know what this is. Just a hunk of metal. What was left of my vape. Pretty sure that was what was left of a windshield wiper. But that's it. My car is gone. There he is. What's left of him? There's not much. He's just gone. You can see where I pulled the brake, the e-brake, in a desperate attempt to, I don't know, stop the car. We were still driving when the back seat lit up in flames. My little cup holder thing made it. Oh my god, my buttons. This must be where the console melted. I'm just... Fuck me. Damn it, I broke that. There's another button. Sure be nice if I could find my wallet and all this. There's the radio. What's left of it. See if I can... I don't want to, like... I can't pick it up. I don't want to cut my hands. There's a lot of glass in here. What is that? Oh, my Foxy keychain. Too bad Foxy's not attached to the other end anymore. Thank God the ring made it, though. There's a lot of glass in here. The windshield exploded on the inside. Anybody need a 10 millimeter? It survived. I don't even know if that driver's side door will open anymore. This is the front. Oh, so sorry. Hope's lighter's on top. I threw it up there on accident. I meant to throw it in the truck. What's left of my textbook? What's left of Steve's bat? Take that home, see if he'll like to have that. Because this is all that's left. Well, the fire started in this door and caught the seat right there. And by the time we realized there was nothing we could do, it was gone. He was just gone.
It starts with all I know. So unreal. Watch you go. so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. It starts with all I know. So watch you I tried so